Michigan Out of Doors Online is brought to you in part by
Metalloid Firearms and Sports, utilizing botanical technologies to develop an advanced high-performance line of environmentally friendly firearm maintenance products that will not only clean and protect your firearms, but also your leather and wood components. Find out more at metalloidfirearmsproducts.com.
Hey everyone, welcome to Michigan Out of Doors. I'm Jenny Olson, and this week we've got an all-new show for you, and it is jam-packed full of all sorts of summertime fun here in Michigan. I'll take you out on Lake St. Clair with a group of guys that was chasing after muskies. You won't want to miss this. The action is unrivaled to anything I've ever seen out there on Lake St. Clair. Make sure you stay tuned for that, and Jimmy's got a couple of other exciting adventures for us this week too.
Well, that's right, Jenny. We do have a good show, and we're going to try something that I have never tried here at Michigan Out of Doors, and that is gar fishing with hook and line. You won't want to miss that segment. We're also going to stop in with our friends at MUCC, see what they've been up to, and if we have time, show you a bragging board as well. Lots of good stuff on this week's show. You stay tuned. I'm Jimmy Gretzinger. It's time for Michigan Out of Doors.
From the first spring rains to the soft summer breeze, dancing on the pine forest floor, the autumn colors catch your eyes, here come the crystal winter skies. It's Michigan, Michigan Out of Doors. Someday our children all will see this is their finest legacy, the wonder and the love of Michigan. As the wind comes whispering through the trees, the sweet smell of nature's in the air. From the Great Lakes to the quiet stream, shining like a sportsman's dream, it's a love of Michigan we all share.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Country Smokehouse, offering a variety of meat products. Country Smokehouse is located 3 miles south of I-69 on M53, just south of Imlay City. Country Smokehouse is a meat processor, a butcher, and a destination for sportsmen. By KL Outdoor, a Muskegon manufacturer of sportsmen's outdoor products for over 30 years, featuring the Terrain line of hard-sided hunting blinds designed for quick setup and removal with quiet operation. For more information and other products, kloutdoor.com. By G5 Outdoors, makers of the Quest and Prime bows. Manufactured and designed in Memphis, Michigan, G5 offers archery bows, broadheads, and accessories. On the web at g5outdoors.com.
We all have one, that perfect spot, a special place we go to smooth out the ripples of the day. Our perfect spot is calling. Our perfect spot is Pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
A few weeks back, we headed out of St. Clair Shores with good friend Captain Ralph Sartor of Musky Tails Charters. We'd had this trip planned for a while and couldn't wait to get out and chase after those world-famous Lake St. Clair muskies. Captain Ralph has been fishing muskies for 25 years now, and this year he decided to take the leap and start a charter business doing what he's always loved. Along for the trip today were his buddies John Francisco, David Calcaterra, Richard Crabb, and young Austin Weaver.
Austin's kind of like my first mate. He's like 18 years old. He's learned a lot. Actually, for 18, he knows a lot. So he's a big help. He works hard and he gets along with people. So he's great to have.
Austin, you're just like right after it here.
Yeah, I'm excited to catch these muskies. I've been fishing with Ralph now for 4 years, so I'm pretty experienced in what I do. So.
And you're only 18?
Yeah, I'm only 18, so I started when I was pretty young.
All right, awesome. Ralph, you got these guys trained pretty good.
Yeah, they've been fishing me for a while now, and yeah, they got it down good. Especially Austin.
Yeah.
For someone who's 18, he's very, very, very good.
So where are we? Where do we end up starting?
Well, we're along the South Shore. We're going to fish a little bit shallower water today. Normally we'd fish in deeper water, but it's been a different year, so we're hoping we catch a lot of fish in here.
Rich took over the helm while everyone else worked at setting lines. Once everything was set, we were into the action right away.
Fish on!
First fish!
Oh yeah!
So Rich, what do you like about doing this?
Fishing. What do I love about doing it? With a great group of guys, and you're out in the most beautiful area in the world. Lake St. Clair to me is the most beautiful place to be sitting. But the art of fishing is just relaxing, and it can turn massive excitement, and you just can't beat it. Can't beat it. myself, I do the art of fishing, which is cast thy pole out and pray that the fish strikes. Captain Ralph does the science of fishing: wind, water, clarity, colors of lure, speed of the boat. We can go on and on and on to produce fish, but then Ralph produces fish. Usually we go in and we have meatloaf.
When you're not with Ralph?
Yeah, we eat meatloaf. Yep. Then I admire a captain too that, like last year, over hundreds of muskies, and every fish went back alive in the live well. And in the old days, every fish usually went either into your frying pan or went into the back garden to fertilize.
What'd you catch him on?
I think that was a jointed lure. Was it a jointed? Yeah, off the down rod, 10 feet back, really close to the boat.
Yeah, that didn't take, it wasn't a very long fight.
No, he came right in. So we're looking to catch more though. So.
Moby Dick lives. Take care. Come on, baby. I know Ralph the fish king. I love that sound. There's music. Listen to that drag.
Taking it all back out on
Man, taking that 40 pound and just working it.
What do you look for? What have you learned over the years?
Well, you always want to try to find green water, not clear water. That helps a lot. And there's different times of year you just have to learn the lake from being out here all the time, where the fish migrate to, where they move. So basically what we have is we take fluorocarbon, we tie it to monofilament line. It's a 20-foot leader of 50-pound fluorocarbon. So we just tie a knot, hold them together, then we use this little sinker, this little clip, and we can adjust that anywhere on the line. We usually have it about 20 feet from the lure, and we run our lures back anywhere from 20 to 50 feet back.
Okay. And what kinds of baits were you running today?
Mainly bucktails for us today. We use Ziggies and Lokis. Those are our wood baits, our most popular ones, but we've been using Lapper bucktails. Those have been the best for us.
Beautiful fish. That's why we fish. Look at the teeth on her.
Oh my goodness. Well, she has got a belly going.
Yeah, and a smile on the crab face. All right.
With 2 fish boated and released, the morning was off to a great start. And then things got really fun in a hurry.
Man, 2 fish on. Woo. Smiling ear to ear. Let's get these fish aboard. Fish on. We go.
All right. Keep coming, Nick.
There you go. Woo! That's a good looking fish there, bro. Oh, he got off the hook. I know. All right. Yep, I'm ready. Keep coming. Got him. Whoa!
After fighting their way in, David's and John's fish were being revived in the tank before being released. Captain Ralph had found the sweet spot out here, and the muskies just kept hitting the baits.
I like any muskie I can catch. That's how I feel about it. But he feels all right.
In a typical year out here, the muskie fishing is phenomenal when the season opens the first week of June. This year, that wasn't the story for many muskie fishermen on the lake. How has this season stacked up to previous seasons on Lake St. Clair?
Actually, this has been a pretty slow season compared to other seasons. June was probably one of the worst ones we've had. But now July's come here and it's actually picked up. So we're doing good now.
Oh, nice job, Austin. Good job, brother.
I've never seen this kind of fast-paced action on a muskie boat before. The fish were on the feed and were hitting so fast that the guys now had 3 recovering in the live well and a 4th one on the line. Rich was up to battle this next muskie, which ended up being a younger, smaller fish. These younger muskies tend to bounce back a lot quicker than the larger ones. Rich made a quick retrieve of this one and got him back in the water without the need to stick him in the recovery tank first. And then it was time to get those other 3 big fish back into the water.
Delinquent. Look at that sight there. Holy cow. Okay, musky tail charters.
Musky tail charters.
Musky tail.
Good?
All the way.
Are they all going in?
Are they all going in? Boom, boom, boom.
High five.
Hey, Jared, why do you think we go fishing? Love it, love it.
So, John, how'd you get wrangled into coming out here today?
Well, Ralphie's a good buddy. He knows what he's doing. We go for a boat ride and listen to rich stories, and we just have a very good time out here. We don't catch fish. I'm still happy, but with Ralph, we always catch fish. So, always have a good time. Awesome. The entertainment value here is just excellent. So much fun.
There were lots of smiles and lots of photos taken on this trip today, and Captain Ralph says that's what it's all about for him. There's a lot of pressure to be in a charter boat, Captain. What made you want to do that?
You know, I really enjoy watching people catch fish. And so that's why I love when people bring kids as a family. It's, you know, it's really a nice family-oriented trip. So that we try to make everyone happy, and it's enjoyable for me.
What is the most common reaction from people when they see their first muskie?
Wow, that's a big fish, you know. So to them, what to me may not be a big fish, to them it is, you know. So everybody has their own, it's all relative. So, but a good fish out here would be 42 to 45 inches. That's a good fish, probably a pretty common fish.
Today, the guys ended up boating 11 of the 13 muskies they had on the line. That's a pretty decent day in anyone's book, and this crew was all smiles with their success. At the end of the day, that's all Captain Ralph hopes for, to put a few fish in the boat and to see the smiles of his guests as they make memories out here on the water. Muskie season on Lake St. Clair runs through the middle of December, so there's plenty of time to get out here and try it for yourself. Once you hold one of these toothy predators in your hands, you'll know why sportsmen and women just love to chase after them here in Michigan's Out of Doors.
Well, in our next story, we're going to show you something that I've tried now for a couple years and really haven't been able to put it all together, and that is gar fishing with hook and line.
Okay, we're gar fishing today for all those people who love gar.
That would be you.
That would be me and these two. So we're going to go out. We're looking for there are a ton of gar in the waters that any waters that connect with the Great Lakes. These gar can come in and out through those waterways. So we're on Spring Lake. They have a population of a couple hundred of them, and we've seen some real monsters. So we're going to find the school of gar surfacing. We're going to anchor upwind, and then we're throwing minnows on bobbers back into them.
Okay.
You bet.
Let's do it.
All right.
Well, as we set anchors, I was really excited to see just how this was going to work. Brian and Fred Knott were joining us today, and we were all learning as we went.
So we got number 8 hook, treble hook. This is 40-pound Power Pro line, so they can't bite through this. You can usually catch 4 or 5 on it before they start to wear it down. And when they do, you just cut that section and retie. A little split shot just to keep the minnow down, and then maybe 2 to 3 feet up. Got a nice bobber here for them, really nice and bright so we can see when they take it down. Now when they bite, their bite is the weirdest. They're the gentlest biting fish. The bobber will just tilt, or it'll go halfway down and it'll sit, and they just taste it, I guess. That's all I can explain it. They're the strangest biting fish you'll see. But we're just gonna throw them back and see what happens. This gar fishing, we probably really tweaked this in the last 5 or 6 years or so, but we've been doing it with our fishing classes, and on a good day you'll have 20 or 30 bites where the bobber goes down, and you hook about 1 out of 4 of them. Their bony mouth and teeth, there's really nothing for the hook to grab, so you hope it gets a little bit of their cheek or it wraps around their beak and hooks itself. You kind of lasso them. Okay, grab the net. Oh, he's a good one. There we go. Oh, they jumped, by the way. There it is.
Whoa! Yeah. Good job, baby.
And the hook is not in his mouth, notice.
No,
it's through.
It's lassoed.
Cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
Awesome.
Gar with hook and line. Who knew?
Who needs a hook?
These fish are pretty interesting, to say the least. Most of the fish we would catch were barely hooked at all, and many were just tangled in the line. Russ teaches fishing classes all summer long and loves to see folks try new things when it comes to fishing.
We really want to give kids just more than just the I caught a small bluegill at camp kind of thing. We want to get them out and get them really experiencing big pike, catching sheephead, catfish, gar, large bass, white bass, and just really kind of expand their whole mind about what fishing is. give them a taste for what, getting out on the water and just having great experiences. We want to give them a great hobby that they can do, get kids out of the house and out from behind the Xbox and out into the world.
And is it just kids or is it adults too?
We do classes for kids, but we do free fishing trips for families. If they call and schedule with us, we just take them out. There's no cost.
Nice.
And it's just, we want to get families out. We have donors that support our outdoor program, and we're a nonprofit, so people donate to us, and then we just take people fishing. That's how it works.
Pretty cool.
It's awesome.
Russ's free water experience is really a very cool concept. It gives folks from all over a chance to fish, and it's folks who support Russ that really deserve our thanks as well. Who knows just how many new fishermen these classes have created. Oh, he's going deep.
Good. Let's get him right on the side. This will be perfect. Yep, tighten up. Let's see how big he is.
Oh,
he's a dandy. That's a big one. That'll be like a 40 maybe. That's a good one.
We got to submit that for master.
Hey!
Oh, that's a big one. And it was hooked, I think.
Yep.
Whoa!
Cool.
Wow.
We'll take it.
That's awesome.
All right. So we're using this braided line, this 40-pound. If we use steel leaders, I think we don't get many bites at all because they're such a delicate biter. But here's what you got to watch for. That last fish really frayed up the line here.
Okay.
So we're going to want to cut back just a few inches and retie so that we've got this weak line out of the way.
Okay.
You just have to keep a line out of your line. You have to watch your line and just do that every once in a while to make sure you got fresh line on there so you don't lose fish.
Perfect. Good tip. Now the waiting in this kind of fishing is pretty intense. Once the bobber goes down, Russ likes to count to at least 30 before he starts to reel. If the bobber comes back up, well, then you have to restart. It doesn't sound that hard, but let me tell you, it is.
We found the morning is probably the least effective time. They tend to be spread out in the deep water. So usually by lunchtime, 1 or 2 o'clock, they're starting to school up and we can see them. We've had great fishing days where we fish from 1 to 4 in the dead center of the day and have caught 10 or 12 of these. It tends to go all the way till the sun starts going down, and usually it tapers off around sunset.
We've only lost one.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think, guys?
It's awesome.
It's amazing.
It's kind of a fun way to fish.
It is.
This is great.
It's
Very
simple.
relaxing.
Simple and fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we call old Russ. Simple and
Simple
fun.
and fun. Yeah.
Russ is a great guy, and since I was here, I had to try my hand at this kind of fishing. And while I did, I had Russ talk a little bit more about how this whole free water thing got started.
I'm a youth pastor in town as well, and so there's what I call a subtle undercurrent of faith in what we do. It's not something we push on people, but we do work with at-risk kids. A lot of people in the conversations that we have in the boat ask why we're doing what we're doing, and a lot of it is, based out of our faith. We want to make the world around us a better place. We want to show love to people around and just give them an awesome experience, and oftentimes use fishing to bring families closer together, to help people have a place where they can talk through their things with myself as a counselor or some of the other people that we work with.
Awesome. I can't say that I've ever hooked one
That's your
with a hook
first.
and a line.
That's awesome,
They're
man.
pretty fish.
Very cool.
All right, here we go back in.
There he goes.
Now, I don't know if any of you are going to run out and start gar fishing, but if you do, let me just say it's a fun way to spend an evening.
Medium, 30-ish.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, he's on this side? Oh, yep, swing him on over. Come on, little chickie. There we go. Wow, didn't we just bounce one right out of here?
Yeah, count.
This one tonight.
Oh, no. Yeah, not going to lose him at the net. I don't know if he's quite as long as the other, but that's a good one. Hook up, actually. Because up in this upper beak area where the pliers are, there's nothing to grab onto. It's a good one.
Nice job, Captain.
Awesome. See you later, Tater.
That was too much fun. Way too much fun.
Way too much fun does describe it pretty well. To find out more about Russ and all he offers, you can find his info in the credits of the program. Just another unique opportunity here in Michigan's Out of Doors.
Well, in our next story, we're going to feature some folks from MUCC, or the Michigan United Conservation Clubs. They do a lot of great work around the state of Michigan, and their on-the-ground program, well, it's something that you may just want to take part in.
Just a few weeks back, I was following along with some friends from MUCC to do some conservation work in mid-Michigan. All hands are on deck today.
Well, I'm Pete Kyling, a local wildlife biologist from Acosta County, and we're partnering with Michigan United Conservation Club to build brush piles for small game like rabbits and grouse and songbirds.
Nice. And where are we at today?
We're on the edge of what's known as the Featherbed Marsh off of 150th Avenue in Acosta County, in state game area, and it's a beautiful Friday, and we're looking forward to felling some trees and making some good habitat.
Nice. This is what conservation looks like.
This is what conservation looks like on the ground. That's right, Jimmy.
It's really cool to see groups like MUCC and the DNR and then volunteers from all over the state pitching in to help make our public lands better, something that really we all benefit from.
Public land is so important, whether it's for small game, big game, small game areas, state forest, because it's what really provides an opportunity for literally anybody who wants to hunt. And that's what we're all about here at Michigan United Conservation Clubs. They really are fun. I think there's a term that started to be used like recreational volunteerism, where, you know, it's really just a fun way to spend a Saturday no matter what. And frankly, for the volunteers, for those that haven't been out here before, they're learning about a new place to hunt. For the ones that know it a little better, it kind of provides some summer scouting opportunities as well. And what better way to know where the good habitat is than when you actually made it?
What was really cool is that MUCC's new executive director, Dan Eichinger, was out here today getting his hands dirty.
These are hunters, anglers, and trappers who are out improving public lands for everybody to be able to come out and use. The chunk of dirt that we're standing on right here, anybody can come out and hunt this place. And that's what we're trying to do, is try to make it a little bit better so that when people come out here small game hunting or whatever it is, they got an opportunity to shoot some rabbits or squirrels or whatever they're after. This is conservation. And when you hear the word hunter, angler, and trapper, just remember you see people out here with a chainsaw, with a saw, with a lopper and a hard hat on, doing the work.
Doing the work indeed, and none of this is possible without the volunteers who really are the heart of this kind of work.
Well, how did the pile making go?
Very good.
Yeah?
It's a little uneven ground, but we did all right. No sprained ankles yet.
That's good. Now, is this your first project like this you've done? Or?
No, I did the one up at the Pigeon River last year. It was basically the same thing, making brush piles, cutting junk out of the woods. So.
Okay, nice. And why'd you want to come back and do it again?
Because this is what we're here, what MUCC is all about.
Nice.
Giving back to the resource.
Even Jane's husband Bruce was out here, even if his motives were, well, a bit suspect.
Okay. And why do you like doing these projects?
Get my wife not holler at me.
Well, everybody was having a good time. Lots of laughs, a little sweat, and some great work being done by this on-the-ground concept from the Michigan United Conservation Clubs. So if you're stomping brush piles later this year in this area, well, you know who to thank.
Thanks for joining us this week for Michigan Out of Doors. Make sure you check us out online next time you get a chance. You can do it a couple of different ways on our website at MichiganOutofDoorsTV.com or on our Facebook page at Michigan Out of Doors TV. We're on Facebook every few days letting you know where we are and where we're headed next, and we do have a lot of fun in store for you here as we transition from summer into fall. We'll be checking out some more summertime fishing, big lake fishing, river fishing. We've got the early goose season planned. We'll be out on the youth deer season, youth duck season, all sorts of fun stuff headed your way.
Well, that's right, Jenny. Lots of good stuff coming over the next few weeks here in Michigan Out of Doors. We're going to be highlighting some Michigan companies that make some outdoor products that may just make your time in the outdoors just a little bit better. We're also going to be hitting the big water with our good friend Bob Garner out of the Port of Frankfurt. That is always a lot of fun. Lots of good stuff happening here at Michigan Out of Doors and really all around the state of Michigan right now. So get out and enjoy it. And if we don't see you in the woods or on the water, hopefully we'll see you right back here next week on your PBS station.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Rosie Brothers. Located in Dryden, Michigan, Rosie Brothers has been serving Michigan for over 40 years. Specializing in outdoor needs, Rosie Brothers features Kubota tractors and equipment for use in farm, home, or commercial needs. On the web at rosiebrosinc.com. By the Michigan chapters of Safari Club International. For over 40 years, SCI has been protecting hunters' rights and promoting wildlife conservation here in Michigan and around the world. SCI chapter locations can be found on the web at firstformichigan.org. By Greenstone Farm Credit Services, making recreational land ownership possible across Michigan and northeast Wisconsin. Begin your land financing journey at one of Greenstone's 37 locations or visit greenstonefcs.com. By Pictured Rocks Boat Cruises of Munising, exploring Lake Superior's Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore with its sandstone cliffs, caves, waterfalls, and lighthouses. Pictured Rocks Boat Cruises on the web at picturedrocks.com. Closed captioning is provided by Marvel Mineral, makers of Lucky Buck, deer management products including minerals to supplement deer diets year-round to improve health and antler growth.
When I wander far away, a dream stays with me night and day. It's the road that leads to my home state. I am a Michigan man. Changing seasons